Okay, now Walid is asking, is there any tool for audience research to find you the audience? Walid, I must say the mindset you have is actually, pretty kind of like dated. I wouldn't say it's old school, but we do not think that way anymore. Now, I believe you're new to Facebook ads, so I do not blame you. It's not your fault. So let me help you understand Facebook audience targeting right now. Now, when it comes to Facebook audience targeting, a lot of people love the key concept of like, oh, the keyword, the detailed targeting. Like, for example, when I was still running an agency, I helped a client, advertise for his, property project. It was a developer. So when the manager came through the door, he told me, Jason, I know what I want. All right. So yeah, I know Facebook ads. I try a little bit, So you help me target these people. I want to target people who like Ferrari, Maserati, Porsche, you name it, right? So all these branded cars, all these luxury car brands, they need to like these pages because those people who like these pages are likely my clients because my property is about, very luxury property, very high end. So I need to reach high end people. So a lot of people have this kind of like thought, right? Even there is a recent client that I met. I mean, I answer questions about Facebook ads. You can actually pay me to help. I mean, for me to actually look at your whatever situation for half an hour at a fee. So I talked to a lot of people. I mean, there was a guy who came from I think this guy was coming from where? The state. Okay, he was actually doing the same thing. He always believed that, oh, I need to actually target all these detailed targeting. But here's the thing. I mean, given back to the example we had just now, people who like Ferrari, Porsche, and all that, I was telling him, sir, with all due respect, I like Porsche, I like Ferrari, I like their pages and all that, but I can't afford one right now. Liking a page doesn't mean that you can afford. See, so many people liking because they like it. There is no restriction saying that you got to be able to afford one in order to like the page. Am I correct? Now, on the other hand, I would like to give you another example over here. Like, for example, let's say for example, if you're getting married, you'll probably start liking pages about all this wedding related stuff like wedding photography, wedding venue, and all these kind of thing, so you like. All right, after you liking all this, right? I mean, then you will get busy with your preparation, you get married and all that. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you unlike those pages after you get married? Does it even happen? Is it even a thing in your head? We don't, right? All these pages that we have liked, we never even bother to go and look back at them anymore. A lot of them are actually kind of like dated age. We no longer look at them. They don't appear in our, feed anymore. However, we still like them. So, if you are actually targeting, wedding photography and all that, yes, to a certain level, it's correct. But then again, you also might be reaching people who are no longer that. So here's the thing. You do not research audience based on whatever imagination you have or whatever tools you have. All the tools out there are only going to give you the size and all this kind of thing. And to me, size means nothing. I think what's really important here is you need to understand what makes a good Facebook ads campaign. Now, let me bring it down to you. All right. It has to be able to reach the right people with the right message to get them to take the right action. All right. So you need to get the right message to the right people to get them to take the right action. So the right message being the creative, the right people being the audience targeting, and the right action being the objective. So all these three pillars are important, equally important. No one is more important than the other two. So if you pay too much attention on the audience, you probably don't know how to actually get the audience targeting. I mean, or the creative right, or the objective. Like, let me give you an example. Even you actually drill into the best audience that you can imagine and all that, right? But you choose the wrong objective, everything's going to fall apart. You get what I mean? So you need to understand the fundamental of these three main pillars. Try to do some research about, like Facebook ads objective and audience targeting. Of course, I'm not saying that it's not important. And then the target audience, I mean, the creative settings or directions and all that. Then try to set up a campaign yourself and get a feel of it. Seriously. You cannot learn by looking at it. You have to learn by doing it. When it comes to Facebook advertising, frankly speaking, it is actually a thing that you have to keep doing it to get good at it. All right, you can't just keep reading or learning about it without doing. It's not going to work for you. So further understanding by doing it, understanding the fundamentals and all that is actually very important. So if you ask me, what's the best way to do audience research? Facebook Ads Manager itself is the best research tool. The moment you set up a campaign, I mean, I'm not going to go deep on it. You can actually set up a Ads Manager and start running it. They have all these different things that will come to you. Then you have a better understanding. Like for example, if you pay attention only to detailed typing, what about the age? What about the location? What about the placement? You see, some ads work so much better on Instagram. That's why we have some clients that actually play with different variables in the ads manager. So when you actually get good at this, when you understand all the features and tools and this thing, I mean, audience targeting in most of our campaigns, we go broad. You know that? We don't do anything, or we do very little settings because it's irrelevant. When a campaign gets better, when it reaches the right people and get them to take action, it will only get better and better over time. Let Facebook do its thing instead of like keep thinking too much. So yeah, Walid, my advice to you is go into that. But nonetheless, if you need help, so like for example, if you're actually getting started and you want to understand more, I hope this video helps you already. But if you want to understand more about what makes a good Facebook ads or a campaign, or you probably want me to look at your business model and probably give you more sophisticated advice on maybe your campaign direction, your advertising direction, you can actually scan this QR code and buy me a coffee, and we can spend half an hour together to look at whatever situation that you're having, and I will give you personalized recommendations on whatever situations that you're having right now. So go for that.